Northwestern goes to the Citrus. The Spartans would love to have a little bit of chaos. They come in on a roll. They've won 4 out of 5. They're a balanced team. They start quickly, which is important on the road game. Came down to the last 8 seconds. It was a thriller last year. That Penn State defense giving up a lot of land in the land-grant trophy game, but not many points.
Well, Chris, Penn State's defense in the last 3 ball games have forced 14 turnovers, blocked the punt, making a touchdown, and resulting in 47 points. That's amazing. And the key defensive back for Penn State is number 3, Kim Herring. Now, number 3, Herring, last week, Kim had 2 interceptions against Penn State, against Michigan. Now, important right here, watch his ability to get deep quick. Now, Penn State also has forced 27 turnovers this year. That's a terrific situation. Now, Joe Paterno brings his team along very well at the end of the season. They have won 5 home game season finishing games 5 straight years. Remember, make it 6. Penn State wins this one, goes to the Alliance, my friend.
I think it's going to be a good football game. It's always a great matchup, physical matchup when Penn State and Michigan State get together. Remember, it was just 3 games ago for Penn State that their starting quarterback, Wally Richardson, was benched the second half against Indiana. Now, since that time, he's regained his confidence. He's led his team to 2 big victories over Northwestern and Michigan. And his favorite target is Joe Juravicius. Last 2 weeks, Richardson has gone to Juravicius 13 times for 346 yards. That's an average of 27 yards per completion, 2 touchdowns, including this 63-yard touchdown versus Northwestern. Now, it's not so much the numbers that these two are putting up, but the attitude, the confidence, and the leadership that they're bringing to their team. I think this is a great football game. Nick Saban will bring the Spartans into this game ready to play. Don't expect Penn State to blow the Spartans out. Close football game with Penn State winning.
A couple of them
their best offensive lineman this year. Bonner running an option with an errant pitch, and McBride falls on it. It's at full strength this week. We're told he will play today, but Bonner gets the start. And Bonner's pass is complete to tight end Wendell Davis.
With Clarence Williams in the backfield as the deep back or the tailback. The crowd is going to be in the mix all day, and on the first play, Michigan will throw. Throw for Williams. Throw it high and away. He was well covered. Damon Moore was in his shirt. He had to throw it.
Michigan embarrassed them last year up at Ann Arbor.
Well, I'll tell you, if he's going to call every play at the line of scrimmage, good luck. Here comes the blitz. Williams is down right at the line of the maiden. Didn't even get to the line of scrimmage.
Only the 10th reception for Edmonds on the season, and it was a big one. 1st and 10, Virginia Tech. Here comes Oxendine, turning the corner, and a nice tackle by Emmanuel, the strong safety.
Willing to scout for him.
Going for the home run ball. The catch is made, but yeah, they're going to mark him down at the 5. Oh, what a circus catch by Edmonds. Plays really the
Druckenmiller, Canute Curtis is to their left. He is going to audible and change that protection. So that's what he can be doing a lot of times, other than just changing the play.
2nd and goal. The handoff, Oxendine, maybe inside the 5 to the 4.
Yeah, well, and they've done that thus far in the game. The only big plays have been through the air.
3rd down goal from just inside the 5-yard line. Druckenmiller fires a dart incomplete. 3 receivers in the area, but good coverage by West Virginia. 1-yard field goal, up and good.
All right, Chris, in the foothills of the Wasatch Mountain Range, a picturesque look at Rice Stadium in Salt Lake City, and what a huge game we've got. The Utah Utes hosting the 8th-ranked team in the country, and the folks from Provo have come 40 miles to see if BYU can snap a 3-game losing skid against Utah. Their longtime coach, Lavelle Edwards, has led the Cougars to 17 WAC titles and a national championship, but one goal has been elusive. That's playing on New Year's Day. Maybe this year, if they can win this game and then the WAC championship. They've got the firepower again with a quarterback named Sarkisian, who leads the country in pass efficiency. But in the way for Utah, a huge running back, Chris Fuamatu Ma'afala, and a Utah team led by a quarterback with a surname you'll recognize who's making history for himself. Utah at home at Rice Field, a sold-out stadium ready for the battle that dates back to the 1800s. And the standings in the Mountain Division look like this. BYU alone on top, but Utah can really mess up the plans of the Cougars. If they win today, they'd go on to meet Wyoming for the WAC championship in Las Vegas on December 7th. Hi, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler with Gary Danielson. This one, you can feel it behind us already. And it's the first time, Gary, I said 1896 it goes back to, but the first time both teams are playing really for something huge. BYU again has the firepower maybe to do it.
And Brad, that means a lot. You know, this is not just Utah trying to upset BYU. They have something to gain too, to go further in the WAC championship game. And really, when you start talking about BYU, you think of their quarterback. This time it's Steve Sarkisian. Had trouble a year ago with 4 interceptions. He will throw the ball to everyone on his football team. But I really don't think that's the big story of this game. The last 2 years, BYU has rushed for 50 yards and less than 50 yards. If they don't rush better than that, over 100 yards, they won't win.
Well, a guy that had over 100 yards last year, Chris Fuamatu Ma'afala, a huge guy who's got a knee problem, but they had a week off last week. He looks like he's ready to go.
He is ready. He rushed for over 100 yards against this team last year. He practiced all week, and he's ready for this football game. But very similar to the passing game for BYU. I don't think that's going to be the story. It's going to be their quarterback. A year ago, BYU only had the ball 19 minutes in this football game because Fouts was so effective on 3rd down. I think that's the key.
Well, Lavelle Edwards said to us last night, I'm not so worried about the big running back. I'm worried about the little guy with the big arm. And he's got a familiar name, Mike Fouts. Utah and BYU coming up in a moment.
Kale Louie is the leading receiver, 43 catches, McGuire and Lewis. Lewis a sensational tight end, and all WAC center leads a good group up front, and Larry Moore, Johnson, Tate, Cox, and Bateman round out the front wall for the Cougars. 2nd down and 5 at the 31 of the Utes. 2 tight ends set now, and Tulamili is in there with Chad Lewis. At the 31 of Utah. Nice play fake by Sarkisian, plenty of time to throw. Scans the field, no pressure at all. And now he'll run with it. So give Utah credit for what they did defensively in the secondary. Looks like Sarkisian got the first down, though, with a run at the 25. Dustin Johnson, the fullback. Delayed give to Jenkins. He slipped and goes down. And slip might be a word, Gary, we use several times. Sport grass to us as we go today because it's a very different and very new surface that only a few stadiums in the country have. We're 2 minutes into the game. 2nd down and 7. Sarkisian changing things up for BYU. Trap play. Jenkins, huge hole off the right side and down to the 11-yard line. He's got another first down. And Jenkins goes for 11 yards, and he and Lusk mix it up a little bit at the end of the play. The flow of the game, too.
Wasn't piling up any yards for stats, but that is different speed than BYU has ever had, and they were not a very good rushing team a year ago. They are much better this year.
They got it all the way to the Utah 11-yard line. This is not the way the Utes defense had hoped for it to start. 6th play of the drive. 5 of them have been runs. Sarkisian hands off again until they can stop it. Keep it on the ground, I guess.
Without man Temple, this is Kyle McIntosh running him from 13 yards away. My question, where are the Temple defenders? They look like they've only got 9 men on the field. It's 17-zip now.
Come in to try a field goal. .22-yard attempt is up and good. So BYU, impressive opening drive, stalls a bit at the end. They still get 3 out of it.
Sent 4 in.
They will throw it. Passes away in the corner, and it's overthrown. Intended for Demetrius Stanley. He never had a chance. Ball was thrown well over his head. Ball will be spotted about the 11. The chip shot. And it's good. So at 40 seconds to go in the first quarter, the Ohio State Buckeyes get on the board, but it's not what they wanted.
It was pretty impressive.
Yep. Mike Fouts and company from the 20. And Ma'afala got about 3 on the first carry. BYU secondary. Fouts wants to come up throwing over the middle, and he had a tight end jacks wide open miss. 3rd down and 7 here, and 4 wideouts for Mike Fouts from the shotgun. Scans the field over the middle. It's intercepted. Picked off by Muirbrook. And back to the 20 he goes.
Fouts waited, went over the middle again. Wasn't intercepted in this game a year ago and already picked off here 5 minutes. So BYU with a 3-point lead and the ball back already from the Utah 20. Play fake, Sarkisian rolls, getting a little bit of pressure. Now tucks it in, runs for 5 and out of bounds at the 15. Chad Kahaha runs. McGuire, Dye, and Kayla Louie, the 3 wideouts. Atuai, the single setback now. Sarkisian's going out to him. Atuai trying to put a move on in the backfield, and the only move he's got is going down. Robert Love, the linebacker, made a nice one. 2 tight end set, as Gary said. Neely back in there with Lewis. Straight ahead and off the left side. McKenzie, touchdown. Strong run as he kept his legs going and scores from 12 yards out.
That is the difference between this football team at BYU in '96 than a year ago. They can run the ball in passing situations. The end, he runs right over Brandon Dart for the touchdown, but even getting the ball that far was excellent blocking by that offensive line.
Cougars by 10.
Trying to lay out and make that catch.
Druckenmiller 5 of 10 for 88 yards in his first half. West Virginia, or Virginia Tech, looking now 3rd and 8 from the 49 of West Virginia. From the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. Cornelius White made the catch and a first down for the Hokies.
For Fouts, who shifts Mahafala now into an empty backfield situation. And down goes Fouts. Had to wait too long. And Bloomfield again, a guy that was heavily recruited by Utah, ended up in Provo and has made back-to-back big play.
Miller all day to throw. Up top, going to the end zone. Touchdown! Oh! Cornelius White! Reception. White with his 3rd touchdown of the year. Druckenmiller with his 14th touchdown toss.
Utah knows we can throw it deep for BYU.
Excellent field position to work for BYU from its own 41. They'll go with a counter. McKenzie, now make it Jenkins. Table. At the 48 of Utah, first down BYU. Straight up the middle, a big opening again, and McKenzie cuts outside. Not knocked out until he got to the 26-yard line. Harold Lusk had to put a helmet on him, but he got 21 more. And keep running, too, until Utah can stop it. This time it's Ronnie Jenkins.
Blocking fullback in Dustin Johnson.
2nd down 8. Jenkins on the delay. And again, he's into the secondary. He's going to be close to a first down before they finally wrap him up. Forward progress down to the 17-yard line, which is maybe a half-yard short. And now already a little pushing and shoving going on. These two teams have been going at it since 1896. And here in 1996, Utah a little frustrated, I think, by how things have gone here. And sees BYU. First down, Fouts, deep throw, broken up. Omar Morgan, nice coverage out there on a pass intended for Rocky Henry. 3 yards to show for it. Here's a draw play. Mahafala across the line of scrimmage, got about another yard. That's it. That's a half yard of play.
And
3rd down and 9 from the shotgun. Fouts throws a long sideline pass intended for Benninger, and that's incomplete as well.
What a difference this football team.
113th Harvard-Yale game, of course, the finale for Carm Koza. Harvard in the dark jerseys. Eon Hu hands it to Kobe Skelton, who goes 45 yards. It set up a touchdown. Harvard leads by 14.
2nd down 11. Kayla Louie in motion, now sets up in a slot to the right. Sarkisian rolls, got some pressure. Flushed out of the pocket and tiptoes out of bounds. Right. We mentioned Ty Detmer earlier. He says he has many of Ty's qualities. He said maybe not quite as outspoken or as charismatic, but he's got the leadership role, and his team knows how to rally around it.
I think the only guy outspoken as much as Ty is Coy.
That's right. And he's playing over in Boulder. 3rd down 8. Sarkisian's got a man open. Kayla Louie with the catch, and looks like a first down at the 30-yard line. Right now, he'd like to see the guys in red slow down what BYU's been able to do. 157 yards total offense so far. McKenzie up the middle, and even the inside runs are getting positive. Driving is holding. 2nd down, a long 5. Motion inside on the defensive front for Utah. No flags down. Seen it all. 3rd down and 1. 11th play of the BYU drive. Sarkisian again, straight ahead again. It looks like a first down with a quarterback sneak. And about as short as you can get. Lavelle trying to get up to the line of scrimmage to look, but he can't go out down that far at the 20-yard line. So he'll have to look at that angle right there. We'll look at Sarkisian. Will he quarterback sneak it again? Long count, trying to draw Utah offside, and then barrels ahead. Utah says they stopped him, but I don't think so.
In the hands of West Virginia, but Virginia Tech forces them to 3. Moral victory for Virginia Tech.
Johnston guns and fires to the goal line.
Now, the official's right there on the goal line, so he makes that play. Did it break the play?
Last 2 games, 36 times.
On the ground again. McKenzie again. And almost 6 yards off. McKenzie again. Broke a tackle inside the 10, and he's got it 1st and goal.
I've seen it by BYU since I've been doing it. I've been doing BYU for 7 years.
Yep.
This is a different football team.
There's the numbers on McKenzie. 1st and goal. Johnson, the fullback, in motion. The toss to McKenzie. Trying to sweep it for the touchdown. Has to put his head down and gets buried.
The fake to the pitch. Johnston throws. Touchdown! Saunders!
Rice Stadium in Salt Lake City. Foothills, and it's been football BYU non-style. Normally we see them pass the ball 100 times a game. They're running it and grinding it out for their 13-0 lead.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess.
31-4. Quarterbacks all over the country saying, I don't want to go to BYU. They run the ball. What is this, Wisconsin?
Jenkins, the tailback. A 2nd down and goal just inside the 5. Kayla Louie, the wide out, is the motion man. Jenkins. Touchdown.
How about this drive? 16 plays, 14 of them were on the ground. That's a new world record for BYU. Never happened before. I don't have the book next to me, but I'm going to go out on a limb. Never happened before. 2 timeouts.
They've got Boston and Stanley now at the bottom of the picture as wide receivers. He can haul it. Jermaine's pass is thrown to Stanley at the 15-yard line, a first down. Jermaine looking around, throws it over the head of Matt Kelly. It's a pick out here on the B.J. Jones is in the far corner of the end zone. Jermaine looking for him and throws, and no good. At halftime, it's almost certainly going to be 9-0 Ohio State.
Juan Johnson spins for only a yard or so to the
6. 54 ticks left in the first half. 10-7 Virginia Tech. 1st and 10 from the 27. Big hole up the right side. Oxidine.
West Virginia University.
Frank Beamer pacing the sidelines. Virginia Tech up by 3. Stick around. Mike Adamle coming up with the GMAC halftime report. Second down 2 from the Mountaineer 19. Wide open. Druckenmiller to Cornelius White at the 10-yard line. Oh, from just inside the 10-yard line down to the 6.
Where they needed it to take little time. They were in under 2 minutes to go in the football game, or before the half, and would like to get some points on the board. Now they're in a situation where touchdown is very possible, and a three points, as long as it's a good kick, is probably a guarantee.
Druckenmiller nearly at the 200-yard mark here in the first half. 12 of 19. 1 touchdown and the 1 interception. His first in 5 games. Second down goal from the 6-yard line. Druckenmiller under pressure, dumps it, and the ball falls in. Third down goal. 29 seconds of play in the half. Play fake into the middle. Touchdown! Cornelius White.
So maybe the tight end's time to get involved here.
Third down 9. Play action again. Heavy pressure, and down goes Johnston, and breaking through Kerwin Harris.
All the way down to the 35-yard line before Clarence Lawson runs him out of bounds. 39 more yards for McKenzie.
Well, so much for halftime adjustments. You know that Utah received an earful that they had to stop the run to win this game. BYU's first play, run the ball inside. McKenzie breaks loose, and again, dominating this game. Running the ball between the tackles. They have been unbelievable. Look at this. 115 of his yards are really inside the tackles in this football game.
He had that up. It's 152 on the day. Now it's Jenkins. He just took his spot, and Jenkins has a first down and a bunch more. Run out again, and Lawson has to make the tackle again. When your cornerback is having to save the day, you know it's not a good sign. Jenkins goes 18 yards at halftime.
I know.
There's what they've done with their play selection. First down. Inside the 17. Here's Jenkins on a little delay. Ronnie Jenkins scoring. Quick in the hole and quick to the end zone. Number 16 goes 16 for the touchdown.
Not much strategy in this game when you're able to run the ball between the tackles. This is similar usually to what a big-time team will do against a WAC team when they get physical with the team. This is what BYU is doing with this game. They're just tougher up front, and they really take on now, I think, the look of an alliance-type team. I mean, that's what they're going to try to do. You win more than a game here. You might find yourself in the alliance where you can run the ball like this.
Extra point is good, and 11:46 left third quarter, 27-3. Right now, Mike Fouch to throw. Almost intercepted again. Brad Martin, the linebacker, had his hands on it. He'd like to have another shot at it.
You come back, you have to refocus. And that time, Fouch didn't see the linebacker.
BYU fakes the blitz. Here's a toss out. Kevin Dyson quite get, or did he get to the first down stick? The official now walks it up. Very close. Maybe. Nice catch. Terrence Keehan laid out and got it.
Ball history with this carry, his 7th of the day. Troy Davis, over 40 yards for the day, over 2,000 for the season. The first player in NCAA history to rush for 2,000 yards in back-to-back seasons. It's never happened before.
Bounce hit before he can even get the handoff. Muirbrun flying in there to make the stop. Bounce quick slant, complete Rocky Henry. Henry inside the 15. First down, and Henry's first catch.
Use their whole offense. It's imperative they score. I think they're in 4-down territory.
I agree. First and 5 after the penalty. Toss it. Mafala follows his blockers, but from behind. Is that Bloomfield again? Second down and 6.
Right in there.
Mafala cuts inside, got to the 5. Close to the first down, but I don't think he got there in 2-down territory. They need this right here. 10th play of their march. 7:45 left third quarter. They trail 27-3. Backfield's even bigger now. LaPoule in there to lead the way for Maafala, and he is in. Or is he?
Well, I thought he fell across the line. Did the ball not fall across? They got him just short. The foot is down with inches to go.
How can a body that big land before it hit that chalk line?
How about this? Omar Morgan, who weighs 150 pounds, was the last guy on the fence right there.
We have a fumble. Utah recovered. It's short of the goal line.
Well, that tells a story for us.
Exactly. Kind of lost control of the ball.
First and goal, though, from about the 2-foot line.
And there's Nick right over his shoulder. Brother Nick.
It's a great thing about having a sideline pass. You can walk wherever you want. Maafala hitting the backfield. No. He'll lose yardage. Jameer Brook from right there. Maafala buries himself inside this time for the touchdown. Most of Chris's family is here, including Big Brother. We met most of the family yesterday, as a matter of fact.
How many times do you get a touchdown and there he even looks? He points the finger.
Brother, yeah.
You get the touchdown from the little brother who's 270 pounds, Chris Maafala, and then the reaction shot. You know, usually go to the coach. You get the reaction shot this time from the big brother.
Drunken Miller, good protections, got a man to the 2-yard line. No, incomplete.
3 to the near side, 2 to the left. Bounce high snap. Has to gun it in a hurry. Rocky Henry got there.
That was pretty unbelievable. The score on that play when he bobbled the...
Here on 1st and 10, Ken Oxendine, another big back, making people miss. 39-yard touchdown. Hokies lead by 17. Third quarter yards. Michigan 158. Ohio State 14. Michigan's in the lead in the fourth.
Uh-oh for the Buckeyes. Wow. Third down and 5. Crowd is into it for the Utes defense now. Quick pass complete. Lewis, the tight end, bouncing off people and holding on for dear life. First down at the 35.
He had enough presence that time to cover up with both hands when he knew he had the first down. He made a couple of dodges, and then he covered up.
Academic All-American, smart enough to cover up.
Yeah, well.
Speed, and boy, he got to the corner in a hurry, and he got 11 and another first down. This guy's fast.
He's fast, and he always falls forward, and fall forward has been the theme of this game for BYU.
Time since I've seen 2 BYU backs with 100-plus games. Long handoff to Jenkins again. Got the corner again. Shows that 4.3 speed when he got out there, and he might have 10 more yards.
Yeah, he's got a different...
Reese's pass, thrown on a slant, complete to Street, short of the first down. They stop him at the 25. He had to go out beyond the 26.
It's a good call. It gives the it's the same pass they scored on, a slant. Gives the opportunity for Streets to pick up the first down, but
Tight end out in the slot, but it's Jenkins coming back the other way inside the 25.
Need a sack, need a blitz, need to do something defensively.
Sarkisian, long count. Going to go to the outside, broken up. Nice play defensively by David Richards. Pass intended on the near sideline for McGuire, 51 this year. And 3 more for the Cougars. But Utah did hold them to 3. That's something that the Utes can hang their hat on, but they still trail by 19 with 1:51 left in the third. First in the WAC, no bowl game. Same story for BYU. BYU, it looks like heading for a bowl game, maybe a big one. Bounce. Dyson stopped on him there.
That pass was thrown for Stanley. Stanley lost his footing. Game in Tucson, Arizona tonight between Arizona State and Arizona. Blitz coming from the outside is picked up. That's down the middle to Lumpkin, and it's well over his head, incomplete. It's Jones, DJ Jones.
3rd down 10. And it's going to be close. Depends on the mark.
And after a play like that, that shoots him in the foot, and they turn the ball over.
Complete to the far sideline. His favorite receiver on the day is Saunders. From the 27-yard line, shotgun. The quick throw, Sean Foreman. Knocked down inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. Another first down for the Mountaineers.
The single back. Got to throw it. Well, give it off to Tiller. And he stumbles a bit as he starts to go with it and picks up 2 yards on the play. This is Jermaine and somebody to catch it. Goodness, that was a bad throw. He missed Demetrius Stanley by 5 yards. Clint Copenhaver is the only man that could have caught that ball.
But they got it at the BYU 19. Blitz coming. Bounce, throwing a fade to Dyson. Got it. Touchdown.
Definitely have to go for 2 now. You've set your strategy.
He's way up to the top of your screen. 5 receivers. Fouts throws a slant. Not going to get there. Keehan doesn't get close. Ellison made the first hit. And he got help from Ed Lamb. So 150 years ago, you don't see all those buildings, but you go, man, this would be a nice place for a city.
Nice spot. Well, then you look ahead, you got to climb some more mountains. You say, this is a nice spot.
Yeah, I'm staying.
I'm not doing that again.
30-17. Kickoff coming. Pulsifer. This one will be returnable, but a loose ball picked up by Dye on a bounce. And then he's bounced down at the 15.
The pressure back to BYU.
The worst starting field position of the day for the Cougars. Their own 16, McKenzie. He changes the field position in a hurry, though.
Gosh, time off the clock. We're fighting the clock if you're Utah now.
McKenzie's got the first down. Drags 2 would-be tacklers, including Jason Hooks and Robert Love. And a first down run for McKenzie, who has had some kind of day. Never see that.
Offset on.
To lead the way for McKenzie. Go straight up the middle. Second down along 5 and using every second of that clock. Well, they do wrap it up here. Utah thinking about a blitz. They'll bring it. Sarkisian rolls away from it, though. Throws complete. Chad Lewis is tight end, and it's a first down Cougar.
Not only that, but Robert Love, number 85, and on the outside Love, both hit Sarkisian, shove him out of bounds as he crossed the line, and that's 15 yards. They're going to tack it up.
McGuire, Kayla Louie, the 2 wideouts, and the tight end in the slot. Sarkisian over the middle. Lewis can't handle this one. That was an easier catch, a lot easier than the previous third down. He just bobbled it and didn't.
Demetrius Stanley has it for a first down at the 35-yard line. Did he fumble it, or was he knocked down? They're going to call him down. Take a breather. Tillman goes in to replace him. Tillman down the middle. Ball's thrown, and that is an incomplete forward pass, and the crowd wants interference. He lets it go. It's Stanley or nobody, and it is incomplete. Demetrius Stanley. So you got trips at the top. It is Stanley, Tillman, and Boston. Those 3 wide receivers.
Rolling out.
And there it goes. It's not going to reach the end zone. It is intercepted. It is Marcus Ray doing the hook slide, and Michigan has defeated Ohio State 13-9.
Squawk a little bit. I admit Penn State's a good football team. A lot of good football teams, but BYU has a good squawk.
Jenkins cuts outside. He would want to stay in bounds, I would think. He got the first down and then got hammered out of bounds. Pickup of 12 again, so maybe he will catch McKenzie. Those two guys have been going at it in the press box from the Fiesta Bowl, so maybe they will get into that upper echelon of the bowl picture. Jenkins, he's got 10 more before he's run out of bounds by Dave Richards.
You know, Texas A&M, they beat Kickoff Classic or whatever it was, first game of the year, and then they played Washington up in Washington.
Lost by 12.
Yep. That's no embarrassment.
Not at all. Jenkins inside and down near the 2-yard line.
It's the first time since 1986 that BYU has been in the top 10, and it's the first time since 1984 they've had a 10 consecutive win season. In 1984, that was their national championship team.
They were 13-0 that year with Robbie Bosco at the controls. BYU, there you see the pecking order that will change as of the beginning of next week, obviously, with Ohio State having been beaten by Michigan. Florida and Florida State got a date next week. Arizona State plays Arizona tonight. Or is it this afternoon?
You can only, I'm not sure.
I'm in the wrong time zone. I don't know.
You can only imagine how BYU is thinking, hey, if we proved enough in this game, and what's going through their mind, and they still have Wyoming in front of them.
Airborne, Jenkins, touchdown. And a happy freshman running back in the end zone again. A 3-yard dive. 36-17 now. Ryan Bright said, let's go. We don't have much time left. Jenkins, third touchdown.
He went airborne, but then he also put one of the landing gear down to get one more little push there with his right and left foot. And it said,
where you want to have your chairbacks in the upright line position. And please put your tray tables up. Extra point's good. 20-point game, BYU. Steve Sarkisian has led the way, but his running attack has done the job.
This many yards like this. Maybe we get them both for, 100 yards or something like that. One guy's averaging 7.7, the other 5.4. Quite fair.
McKenzie was a junior college first-team All-American. And Jenkins, a true freshman, who had over 2,100 yards his senior season in high school. Back out to Rocky Henry. That looked like a face mask at the end of the play. But
he got a call.
There comes the flag.
He said, I'm fine.
He'll be even more fine when this one's over. 4th down and 10 from the 45 of BYU for the Utes. Might be their final snap offensively. Bounce. Stands in. Down the middle. It's broken up by Chris Ellison. And he says, nope, not today. Not in my neighborhood. And 2:34 left. BYU takes over. Final minute. 2nd down and 7. Atuai puts both hands around the football. Drags Harold Lusk with him for what looks like another first down. The Cowboys, Joe Tiller in Las Vegas. I don't know if the Cougars are gambling guys, but they'll go down there anyway.
How about that? Is this getting a little bit different? Now they've got the Mountain Division WAC champion hats, and then they'll bring out the WAC champion hats, and then they'll bring out
the bull hats
after that. Oh, isn't America great? Capitalism, huh?
I'd like to have the cap contract. That's just about going to do it. 3 straight Utah wins before today. This one belongs to the 8th-ranked Cougars, who will move up from that 8th ranking probably with a resounding win today. Lavelle Edwards walks across to Ron McBride. This one's over. BYU wins it. 37-17 is the final. Up next, the Residents in College Football Scoreboard Show. Right now for Adrian Karsten and Gary Danielson, I'm Brad Nessler. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. 37-17 Cougars as we send it to Mike Tirico.
Brad, Gary, Adrian, thank you. They are going to Las Vegas in a couple of weeks for the first ever WAC championship game. It will be BYU-Wyoming. BYU snaps the 3-game slide. And as the guys mentioned, when they heard the BYU sideline erupt when the Michigan-Ohio State score was announced, what will happen to BYU in the next couple of weeks? Can they get high enough to force their way into the Bowl Alliance? Welcome to the Resident Inn College Football Scoreboard Show. We're with you.
A lot of movement in that Spartan defense as they reset the strength. Juravicius, the motion receiver. Richardson wants to look in his direction. Comes back to the short side of the field. And he's got Juravicius at the 49-yard line at the Spartans. Well, if I was an NFL team, no ivory tower for that coach.
No,
huh?
no.
2nd and 11. And here is the handoff now to the backup tailback as they come in with Chris Everly. Play fake. Richardson in trouble. Slips away with his strength and good balance and makes his way to the 44-yard line. But they would like to get out from where they are. They're going to try Goulburn and nothing doing. I'm going to tell you something. In the middle of that defense, Filardi was in there. Sean Lee, the strong safety. That's for the Nittany Lions. Nastasi is the slot receiver, and Richardson barks out the signal in his direction. Steps away from the pressure, and now he's in a foot race. He'll have to put it away.
Drop the football in the ensuing kickoff. A little sloppy here.
Mark Levine, the lone back. 4 wide receivers in the game now for Tennessee. No tight end. Manning with a lot of time. Dumps it short. It's dropped by Levine. And the ball spread the field. Manning out of the shotgun. And again with all day to throw, and it is caught at the 20-yard line for a first down to Joey Kent. Chester Ford, the fullback of Jay Graham in the eye. Manning under pressure, throws, caught, first down inside the 10. It's Joey Kent again.
No, same thing happened there. Snedeker, the linebacker, pounded him after the throw.
Taking a lot of wear and tear. This time they hand it to Graham, and he is down to the goal line and in. Touchdown.
The Nittany Lions.
But 5 guy, see that leverage advantage right there, the ball up high, good concentration, he catches the ball inbound, doesn't matter if he interferes. When you're that big and strong, you go get the ball. This guy leads the country in average yards per catch of the top 50 receivers in the country. Came in here at 22.8, he demonstrates why. Not everybody can make that play. You got to be up there in the clouds at that 6'5" range. Reminds me of a guy I coached one time named Harold Carmine.
Well, obviously with that blatant foul, they put the ball down on the 2-yard line and give the Nittany Lions a first and goal. And on their first carry, they come back with Aaron Harris for the score. He has scored both their touchdowns. On a 49-yard pass, then he pounds across from the 1-yard line. 3rd down, the Spartans need to reach their own 44 for a first down. Schultz will roll, short coming, fires. That's a first down. Pressure, short's coming. They set the screen. They let him come in, and Goulburn, the ball carrier, he shook away from Collins, but no the start.
See, sending the fullback opposite him breaks a little bit of a tendency.
Long formation to the short side, and they bring Juravicius through it. The corner chases him. They look toward that direction, throw underneath, and the Nittany Lions are on the move as Anthony Cleary checks in and handles the ball for the first time today.
Well, he has quite a ways to go to catch up with big Tony Sackett.
Not going to make it today, Coach.
No, nor this year. Tony completed a lot of balls here. I thought he was really good football player.
2nd down and 5. Here's Enos, first down, 25-20. Curtis Enos rolling. Curtis Enos to the 2. First and goal, Nittany Lions.
Grant, the game is not that complicated. If you've got a great football player, give him the football. Gee.
5 for his third score. They load with 3 fullbacks. Here's Harris. There's number 3. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Making a difference in our situation as it unfolds. And Enos checks in. He's over on the right wing.
Now they'll motion to the right. I watched them work on this in the practice field.
They roll, fire, deflected, diving pitch, and they've got it. An 8-point turnaround for the Nittany Lions.
Good execution. I watched him work on this.
Let's watch Juravicius. He was the motion receiver, number 83, and he makes the catch.
It's a spectacular catch because he had to maintain concentration. Look at the eyes. Look at his eyes. He knows where that ball is. Excellent job. And good defense.
And perhaps a questionable decision in the end zone, at least if you're a Michigan State fan. You might think that the ball was not in his control by that shot from the end zone.
That was a real good, well-executed drive, and it finishes with a little counter step. They're going to run to the left all day in short yardage. Watched them do that on the practice field. They load up with those 3 backs in there, the big people, and just crunch you.
Well, it is suddenly 2nd and 15. Goulburn in, Schultz to throw, 3 wide outs. They're going to throw the screen. They put it in Goulburn's hands. 40, great call by Tranquil. It breaks open to the 20-yard line. What a call in that situation. Linebacking spot. Irvin sprints out to the right. Irvin breaks his tackle, and he'll run for 9 yards and out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Last drive, Enos getting all the best of her. Coming up.
Now here you want to score, of course, but you don't want to turn it over because you're right there for a nice pop field goal to tie it up.
Goulburn stops short of the goal. It's 4th and goal, down 3. Let's see what Saban and the Michigan State staff elects to do. They do not even hesitate. Saban going for the tie right here early in the 4th quarter. A 19-yard field goal attempt to tie the game. He's got it.
Now, also, they weren't in their 2 tight end offense.
Wide receiver. Juravicius, their best, goes through to the short side. Richardson fires once his ace. Juggled. Battles for 9 yards after making the reception.
Watch out.
Juravicius goes off to his left. Enos, the tailback. That's Baltimore, the tight end. Enos smashed for what appeared to be a first down at the 42-yard line. I wonder if Sloan wasn't shaken up. Enos right behind him.
They're coming after him.
Fake. Offensive line picks it up. Richardson deep, and it is well covered over there by number 3, Amp Campbell. And Nastasi replaces Juravicius. Also are flexes. Comes behind as an H-back look for them. Enos behind the fullback, cuts right, left, back to the right, and weaves his way for about 4 yards. Henry comes up and crushes Juravicius. Enos goes in motion on 3rd down. They're going to come at Richardson with that look, fires into it, and hits a man at the 25-yard line. It's Campbell, and it's a first down.
Real good call by Fran Gantner to get outside. He anticipated the blitz. He'd still get in the quarterback's face, but he got the one-on-one coverage right now. See, they backed him off there, and here he is throwing it out there, and they tried to regroup and get back up there, but Ray Hill couldn't get there quick enough. But moving the quarterback away from the blitz. That's the 2nd time on 3rd down they've done that. He's giving him the call.
Reese still out of the game. Hawkins in at a linebacking spot along with Austin. They're the 2 outside linebackers surrounding Garnett. Richardson sprints right, fires complete to Juravicius for 8 yards.
All year defensively has played defense in the red zone. They just have not done a good job. They need a good series right now.
Here comes Enos behind Clary. Slips through for the first down to the 12-yard line. First down, Nittany Lions.
Want to see what happens with the swelling.
Need him right now. First down, Nittany Lions. And they put it in Clary's hands, and he bangs to the 7-yard line. There's that fullback on and 5. broke away from him, but no further as Canoe had slowed him up. Austin, number 25, cleans up on the hit for the Spartans. Cleary is directly behind Richardson. He'll lead Enos. Enos step back, touchdown, Penn State. What a career this young man has ahead of him.
They will just go ahead and kick this one, so Conway gets another chance for a consecutive PAT.
Here comes the record for Brett Conway, the young man from Georgia, the one-time soccer star. It would be 127 consecutive extra points in the Big Ten, and it would break J.D. Carlson's record. J.D., a former outstanding kicker at Michigan. Joe Nastasi, the holder, and there it is. So the record belongs to Conway. And Penn State leads it by 7 with 8.5 minutes to go. The wide receivers. Mason Carter and Long is the slot man. Urban's still in. Now Schultz has to throw this one away. He was outside of the pocket. That's within the rules. The crowd had intentional grounding called on Richardson in the first half, and they're upset because the flag didn't come this time. 3rd down and 6. Here's another of those 3rd down plays coming up for the Spartans. Schultz comes straight back. Deep. Caught at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal. Nigeria Carter makes the catch between double coverage. Is the running back. Here comes Cedric. Touchdown 19, but he can't get there.
Good tackle.
Penn State denied him the goal line. Reese is the fullback. He signals Urban over to the left, and the quarterback kept it on the keeper for the touchdown. Schultz takes it across, and now they're 1 point away from top. Is our count right now. And Richardson hands it to Enos. Enos runs to the 34-yard line.
Looked like Joe might be getting into the game plan, but start to call some.
Well, he's sent Slode back out there as his fullback.
Well, he's the blocker.
Play fake Enos. Fires complete, Jurevicius. And he's down to the Spartan 40-yard line. So Joe Jurevicius, the best wide receiver here in Happy Valley with 26 more yards. 40-yard line. Alsomer, the tight end. Jurevicius stays in after the 26-yard gain. Enos cuts back, still battles, breaks free, and it could be that it is a tiring Michigan State defense right now. Here comes Enos, pounded again, and this time he is caught by number 62. That is Robert Newkirk with a hand on it. Enos coming in motion. Richardson saw he was covered. He fired back to the middle, and Alsomer for the 1st down on 3rd down. Good play by Richardson, who looked off the intended receiver and picked up his second man, the tight end, for the 1st down. What a shame for the Spartans and their fans. Ball at the 27. Enos pounds for the Nittany Lions.
See, you don't have to block everybody when you have a real good back.
That's State, all 3 timeouts remaining. Penn State slips the backs after the timeout, and they run the fullback instead of Enos, and that was Mr. Cleary, who was bullying forward.
See, when they get in the red zone area, they like to run the fullback.
Richardson to Bobby Ingram, and watch him extend across the goal line. And the Nittany Lions pull it out 24-20. Here now with 54 seconds remaining, we are deadlocked at 29. And after that run by Cleary, Penn State with a 1st down. The ball is at the Spartans' 18-yard line, well within range here for Conway. So Penn State clearly does not want to make a mistake, doesn't want to risk turning it over. Timeouts are gone. Enos is having a huge day. Cleary stays in at fullback. Nastasi is there as a wide receiver. This victory, if Penn State pulls it off, could elevate them to alliance status. Who knows what's going to happen with that situation? We'll wait and see. Meanwhile, first things first, on 1st down, Richardson hands Enos, and Enos for a couple of yards, and he is slammed down just short of the 15-yard line, where it will be second down. And the Nittany Lions are very content now to let the seconds tick away and turn it over to Conway.
Just pounding at him and making sure the running backs lock the ball up with both hands.
Joe did exactly that.
Yeah.
That's why he had Nastasi over there, and he said we're going to kick it on third down with 16 seconds to go, and if we screw up the snap, he's told Nastasi to throw the incomplete pass. That's exactly what he told him, and we'll go again.
Well, the thing is, you're right. And kicking on third down, if it's screwed up in any way, they can still go ahead and kick it again.
Absolutely. Here we go. The young man from Georgia.
He has not missed one all year inside the 30-yard line. He's 12 for 12.
But this does give Michigan State a few seconds. There's the 30-yarder. Joe Paw and the Nittany Lions take a 3-point lead. And the Spartans, and the other thing that Joe knows over there is there's no Schultz coming in. They're as aware that we are that they're going to have to use a backup quarterback. Now let's watch Joe Paw. Here we are. Here we go.
He's really excited, isn't he?
Well, that's what he's supposed to do. He's got a full scholarship. They're off to the left. The offensive line gives Burke time. And wobbler underthrown. And now it's final play time for the Spartan General Scholarship Fund to reward outstanding students for their academic achievements. So here comes Burke. With the game over in Happy Valley. And Penn State wins it. And Paterno immediately looking for Coach Saban on the other side. Another thing I like about Joe, he finds the other coaches without the assistance of a state trooper. He can still dash across there pretty good. So the Nittany Lions climb to 6-2. Co-champions Ohio State and Northwestern. The Buckeyes still go to the Rose Bowl to play Arizona State despite losing to Michigan today. Northwestern, which lost a non-conference game also, waits to hear whether they'll go to the Citrus Bowl or someplace else. And a reminder that tomorrow on ABC, the Chase Tennis Championship, the Women's Tennis Tour. And there's how you can log on to college football today, live on AOL, keyword ABC Sports, and pick up any scores that you missed. So Penn State wins it, and so long, everybody.
It's not Byron Hanspard, it's Zebby Lethbridge up top doing the touchdown tossing. Wasn't much to be done on the ground for today for the Red Raiders. Hart with the catch and Texas.